Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this interesting video from Knowles, and it's titled Whoopi Goldberg has another meltdown. You guys, I'm excited for this. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what Knowles has for us in this video.
The View is very angry. They've turned on one of the court jester conservatives, Chris Christie, because Chris Christie even though Christie hates Trump, even though Christie is a big rhino, Christie pointed out that Joe Biden, he's not the most attractive candidate.
I like President Biden personally, always have. But, you know, past the sell-by date.
You know what? Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
First of all, what are you talking about? He kicked butt a couple of days ago.
South Carolina.
He did better than you know who did.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's not, you know, nobody knows what's coming, but, you know, you can't tell Democrats to get...
Okay. First of all, I know what you're going to say. You say, Michael, who cares what The View says? I know you don't care what The View says. I don't care what The View says. The only time I see The View is when it's clipped out on conservative sites. That's the only time you see The View is when I post it on my show or on my social media pages. The View remains one of the most popular daytime TV shows. Yeah. There are a lot of people out there. I know it's a horrifying thought, but there are a lot of people out there who watch The View. And what they're getting from this commentary from The View is the establishment liberal line to a T. This is really great commentary from The View here because it shows you perfectly the line between leftists and establishment liberals. This is the line. The people who are still defending Joe Biden's supposed vigor and virility, they are completely dishonest, cynical establishment hacks.
That's true.
They either don't have an original view or they don't care about the truth whatsoever. Mm-hmm. They are willing to lie to you, or they're totally indifferent to the truth, or their brains have just so stopped functioning because the NPC chip was installed in the back of their brain stem that they cannot possibly think for themselves. That is the only explanation. There are many, many serious leftists, serious liberals. I know that seems like a contradiction in terms, but there are some people who at least are trying to use their rational faculties, and they sadly arrive at left-wing and liberal conclusions. That is not this. This is just pure state media propaganda. Mm-hmm. This is like those people on North Korean TV who talk about how the great leader, you know, yet again has achieved miracles on earth. This is Pravda. Yeah. This is so pathetic. I'm sorry for our country that we can now never criticize the official, you know, party paper of the Soviet Union because we have our own version of it. And it's these people who are propping up the corpse of Joe Biden and saying, what are you talking about? Oh, he's so virile, great son leader. He just ran a decathlon yesterday, Joe Biden. You saw him kick butt. It's just so sad. I thought that maybe Whoopi Goldberg had an independent view. She doesn't. And any of your friends and any of your relatives and any of your coworkers who are defending Biden's vigor and virility at this point, you can't even have a conversation with them. That demonstrates such little regard for the truth. It's not even worth talking about it.
You guys, one thing about the media is that they will always run with a false narrative, even when the truth is staring them in the eyes. I don't know why they are still in support of Joe Biden, because obviously he is not the best president America has had. And the View host not wanting to say the truth when the truth is obvious is very, very disgusting. Everything Knowles said in this video is nothing but the truth. People are easily on the side of the mainstream media. Instead of saying the truth as it is, they would rather run with the narrative of others. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and let's wrap this video up, you guys.
There is a major debate over the relation of church and state and the protection of the church and, by golly, our constitutional rights coming out of Florida. According to the Tampa Bay Times, A man confessed to a terrible sexual sin in a church, and now he's trying to argue that his confession should not be used as evidence in a criminal trial. According to the Tampa Bay Times, a man gripped a microphone as he stood before a stage inside a Florida church and told his pastor and parish leaders he was sorry for what he'd done to the pastor's 12-year-old granddaughter. Juan Martin Gonzalez said that he had sinned. He apologized. He vowed to face the situation. People in the crowd demanded more. God wouldn't forgive him, they said, unless he said exactly what he'd done wrong. Gonzalez kept talking. His words were captured on video. The video was later shared with police. So some people, like this guy's defense attorneys, are arguing that this man is protected by the relationship between a penitent and his confessor. That this was a religious confession, and therefore it should be sacrosanct. It should not be admitted as evidence. And you know me. I am a strong defender of the sacrament of confession, and I believe that the seal of the confessional is inviolable. I'm a mackerel-snapping papist myself, but even those of you who are not Catholic out there, I'm sure you're very well acquainted with the confessional because it's in every movie, every religious movie, that scene of the man on his knees in the confessional, and maybe something comes out, but the priest cannot violate that seal. That's not what this is. This man got up to a microphone in public, not with his confessor in private in a booth. In public, he got up, he had a microphone, there was a video camera recording this. That is a public act. Okay, and our confusion, we're so confused these days over the relationship of the church to the state. We're so confused these days over the relationship of public to private life. We're so confused these days over what a sacrament is that we just don't know how to handle these very traditional things. But when you speak into a video camera, when you speak into a microphone, when you speak before an auditorium of people, you have no reasonable expectation of privacy. There was some political sex scandal that came out a few weeks ago of a man and a woman having a menage a trois, and then one of them claimed that they had a reasonable expectation of privacy, but one of them kind of filmed part of it or whatever. You don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy in a menage a trois. You do not have a reasonable expectation of privacy in an auditorium of people. You don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy when there are cameras and microphones all around.
Exactly, that's true.
You do in the confessional, when you're there at the meeting of the physical and the metaphysical, when you're there speaking to a priest who's acting in the person of Christ, but you're really confessing your sins to God, and his visible representative on earth is there. You don't have it in public life. And as we're now under constant surveillance everywhere, and there are cameras and microphones, this is the sort of issue that is going to creep up more and more.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on that particular man that confessed in front of the whole congregation? Do you think it's right that his confessions were used against them since he confessed in front of so many people? I also think that Michael Knowles is right here. He would have gone to a priest and done a private confession instead of coming in front of the whole crowd. I feel that kind of confession is not from his heart, but rather I'll call it a boastful confession. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Leave your thought down there. And I really had fun reacting to Michael Knowles. If you guys totally enjoyed watching, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.